Hello and welcome to the next episode of Banner Saga 2 with me, Windslayer. We're about to figure out how to deal with some situation that we just encountered, and I wasn't really paying attention because I knew I needed to start a new episode. It's something that I always forget to do when I'm really drawn into a game and I've got a timer going. Um, so yeah, I guess I'll just read what they have to say and it'll probably make sense. We'll be eating our belts before we find a way across this broken road, especially with this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Then we cross south across the Ormsaw riverbed and we can head towards Grundar on west. Trickby peers around Hakon's elbow before coming fully into view. Heading south is questionable. Those people. Why do you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under logs, but there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Skald should hear my rhyme. But what's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living, old ways. Stick to the mud, and cragsmen are less bothersome. I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough, backward people of Swatsborg. Trigby frowns a diver. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs out his cheeks and stares at Ivor. This is why Vrall tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Trigby hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops sniffing the air and marches away. Oh, I love Trigby. What a great character. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We're crossing over to lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those trudge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we should stop for a few days and train some of those clansmen to fight. You consider your options. It's camp, and we'll consider training clansmen later. I mean, what's the harm in doing that? Even if it's like for an hour or two, right? You can talk to what's his face now. And I might have another training thing I can consider. The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead and twisting the ring on his finger over and over. Yuzuru quietly stands nearby, so happy she's still alive. Glad to be heading home. Nudin turns to the two of you and offers a polite smile. Even after the chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? I thought you hated being so far from Arborang. Is there anything you actually like? Let's just ask him about that. Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible that I've learned a few things about leading people while out here. You, Iva, Yuzuru, are stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. But that's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen the differences. I think I understand them a bit more. That's great, Prince Luden. Aww. That's great, Prince Luden. What do you plan to do with this understanding? If we make it to Arborang without being slaughtered by Dredge? When we make it. I'll talk to the king about my ideas for sharing information. Advisors learning from craftsmen, craftsmen learning from advisors. You've never seen a prince this animated, but then his face falls. I just don't think the king will appreciate my knowledge. Yuzuru will agree. My father's not what you call open-minded. The king's a hard man, has to be. but his son is his weakness. Can you tell me about King Minoff? I suppose. There's not much to him. He's king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is much like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly that. I used to think the same thing about my father, sometimes. This isn't about being his son. You'll see. Kings usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe someday you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating with commoners. What would you like to be called? We are all people, Prince. Even you. You have a charming way of humbling me. Yezzer rolls his eyes. Is he crushing on Alet? Alet's spoken for, Ludin. Just keep an open mind about your father, and the father the way you like him to... What? Just keep an open mind about your father, the way you like him to have towards your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Ludin and Yezzer walk away, you feel Ivor watching you. What? When did you become a full sage of advice? Since I started listening to you. Gods, don't start making that mistake. The two of you share a smile before moving on. That's cute. Like Ivor. If I have the choice of bringing Rook back or kind of just chilling with Ivor and the friends I've made here, I might just chill with the friends I've made here. I've got some good friends. These guys are pretty well trained, pretty well leveled. Let's make sure Ivor's in the rotation. Yeah, let's take Ivor actually out for a little bit. I'd like to give Ludin a little bit more love. Maybe Trigby instead. Trigby could definitely use more level ups. He's got 12-12, whereas Ludin's also 12-12, and he's already there. I guess in that regard, he's better than Trigby. They've got like basically the exact same stats. They do have the exact same stats. But Trigby's allocated one more point to willpower and linkage and breakage. I do like Eric too. I've heard that he's got some good secondary skills to go with his existing ones. I kind of want to bring Eric into another fight. Three archers. Hakon is our heavy hitter. I feel like it's smarter to bring in Gunnulf. Or maybe Ludin. Like this. What's this do? All talent ranks. I don't understand what that means. +2 to all talent ranks. Everything is at level 2? Is that what it's saying? I have like every advantage that comes with willpower. That's how it works? Oh, hey Zachy, or Zach. Glad you could join me. So that's really good, isn't it? I feel like that's better than what I had on him. This one, knockback on strength attacks of 3, plus 2 will per kill. What do you think? Is hack on the best one to put it on, or should I put it on eagle or Alette? She's got plus 2 strength, so I don't think I'm going to put it on Alette. I think I might put it on eagle. You don't know? Yeah, that's fair. I'm so happy she's not dead. But she's got such low attack. Oh, I forgot about that. She's got passive attack, though. That's what makes her really useful. I might want to level her up a tiny bit. Does she have 2 armor break? She has 3 armor break. Oh, that's incredible. Gonna promote her. We're gonna put 1 point into that. And I think to make her more survivable, I'm gonna put a point into armor. I'm tempted to leave her low on stats and try to protect her a lot. Or maybe do linkage. But I think she'll need more willpower than other people. I really like her ability. Let's make her a little bit more survivable. Just like a tiny bit. She's not going to replace Nid. She's going to replace Oddleaf, and Oddleaf you're going to give your thing to her. So she can have really good armor break. Remember when she disappeared with that item? So sad. Your Hakon has an item that boosts 2 strength and something else. Some other good things. This is a pretty good thing. The 5-ring necklace, I think I should give to somebody else. Nid has plus 2 strength. Just in case I forget to equip her with anything. Let's just do that for now. Chris, do you have an item? You're not rank 5. I think I'm going to rank Ludin up here so he has access to that tier 5 item. People will come to him. I think I'm going to put a point into hunker down, and then maybe a point into tighten straps. I want him to be really well fortified. Maybe one more point into willpower. You only really use Oddleaf in your other playthroughs. Yuzura's got nice armor break. I really like that about her. I'm pretty excited to play around with that. I don't want him getting drained too quickly, so I think I'll put a point into this. And close that. I could even rank him up again, make Luden just super cool. What are your thoughts? Oh wow, she has a 40% chance to cause crit. Oddleaf, if you give her really good rain of arrows or something like that. That sounds like that could be pretty useful. I think this on top of that, plus a little bit of linkage, would be really, really useful. If I increase her linkage, she's gonna have really, really nice damage potential on her armor break. I could promote Alette though. I'm more likely to take Luden to that level so he can choose a new thing and maybe get some armor regeneration on top of, or not armor regeneration, can you only take one? Oh, I thought you could choose them both. Okay. I guess that's fine. That makes sense. You can only choose one. I think I'll promote him and get him. Huh. I'm not sure actually. Later, Zachy. Or not Zachy, Stoic Mom. I'm glad you get to stop by. What do you think? Is it time for more of this? I did some other ones after the first one and they were a lot easier. Kind of interested to see what it is, but if it's impossible, we're not spending like an hour on this. Like I got one of them on my second try, and we only have 2 characters to play with. They're fully rested up, battering ram enemy into rain of arrows. So let's hope this works. This could probably be done in 1 turn, right? I think I'll be able to battering ram this lady back into this. Easy, easy peasy, free renown. That was super easy. I'm glad you got back here as we got back to a Let's Play through, Zach. I forgot you like being called Zach too. Sorry about that. But we just got done with bulwark stuff, so you got here right in time for the interesting stuff. Come on, let's have a look at you. What can you show me? Plenty. Try to keep up. Never seen a mender with as much power as this Ivan, says Ben, but after watching him a while, bet I can show you how to really benefit from that lightning of his. You think about what he's saying. You up for a challenge? Then we begin. I do want this renown because not taking it will really hurt me in the long run. At least that's what I've heard people say. Arc chain lightning on 3 or more enemies. So if I push somebody back, maybe I'll be able to do that. They're not on the diagonal, so I'm gonna plant him here for now. Wait for them to really pile up next to each other. I don't think I can battering ram anybody into a position where they'd be diagonal. So, wait a turn, I guess. Let them keep moving. Alright, now I can get 3 enemies right here. Please don't move. Okay, good. She stayed where she was. Let's just get really close so we get this. Oh, y'all are getting this. I don't think there's another Zach. Did I not get 3 enemies there? I'm confused. I thought that would have worked. Needs to go 1 more or something. They're not coming up for what's his face, so I'll just move him here and mend a little bit. I didn't need to spend all that willpower on that. So I only hit 3. I hit 3 targets there, but that wasn't enough, it looks like, huh? What if I push this guy back and then use Ivan on... That won't work, will it? Whoops. He's gonna attack, followed by him, followed by this dude. Eventually this guy's gonna move up. I don't know where to go here. I don't know where I'm gonna be able to cast my stuff from. Let's go there for now, I guess. just to weaken that target, I guess. It means it needs to hit 3 other dudes. So I need to chain up. I need to hit 4 guys in one attack, it looks like, huh? This guy comes over to here to attack my Varl, then that's gonna work, right? Go there, and then I can target this lady, and I'll chain to him, as well as the others behind. Okay, I think I can do this. Let's just use that for now, in case. There we go. That got an extra one too. Not too bad. Welcome. Come on in. What do you have to show me? Plenty. That last session soak in a while longer. I'll show you more later. So I think there's one more thing before we get to Arborang. I think I've done 4, and he said there was 5 before Arborang at least. Which is good. Now we have more renown for level ups and things of that nature. If I can level up people, I probably should. Let's see. You can see I haven't done any talents for Alette. I'm not really sure what to do for talents on her. There's Hack on here, who doesn't have an item apparently right now. Let's give him that. There's Eagle, doesn't have any talents. I can also promote. Luden I can promote. I'm also pretty interested in promoting Nid because she's got pretty strong strength and the ability to range from far away. I think she could also get the ability similar to Oddleif where she throws down that, what's it called? Rain of Arrows. So I could put that on Nid. I think I should take Luden and Nid to rank 6 because there's a big benefit in doing that, right? To be honest, I'm kind of relying on you a little bit here, Zach, because I don't know what to choose myself. You lost the 3 break item, is that what you said earlier? That's terrible. I like the 3 break item. Is this... yeah, 3 break item's really good. I'm sure I'll lose her in this 3 break item eventually, right? She'll take off, do her own thing. But she's got really, really good armor break. As a ranged unit, that's pretty impressive, because Alette can't do that. Nid can't do that. Oddleif can't do that. Oop. I must have clicked the wrong button. I didn't mean to leave. I want to do level up or something here. You rarely use the spear class. Let's look at Nid then. You know how these bowmasters work. I took her strength up, so she's pretty good at that type of stuff. I'll probably take dodge. Except for you like Lucky Shot, don't you? I think being able to dodge certain attacks could be pretty cool. Anyways, I'm going to promote her. It's just normal strength damage and giving her strength. Could be okay. Oddleaf is your crit chance. I mean, this one's got the little snipe from far away, so increasing her crit chance could be pretty good. I think I'm going to take Rain of Arrows. What do you think? Maybe give her more crit chance from far away. Probably put more Slag and Burn on Oddleaf. I think the ability to stop people that are closing in on you is pretty useful. But I don't know how to use Rain of Arrows. I know how to use Burn, Slag and Burn. Slag and Burn is really easy to use. It can be used to weaken targets when you have low health. Okay, you think Rain of Arrows is better? I'm gonna go for Slag and Burn though, I think. Actually, since she has got such a high damage output, this is better. This uses her damage. Rain of Arrows uses her damage. You convinced me, Zach. I'm gonna try it out. I hope I don't regret it. But if I do, it's not a big deal. Bonus crit chance. Bonus hit chance. Oh, we don't want bonus hit chance. We don't need hit chance. Dodge is pretty good. It's actually very useful for doing damage early on. You can target like 3 units and pull up a bunch of health using Slag and Burn. I like it a lot. But now I need to decide what I want to spend our points on, and I think it's on these talents. I think I'm going to go for bonus crit chance. And maybe dodge. Either that, or I can make it really hard to actually do damage to her by doing robust on top of dodge. What would you prefer? I'll let you take your time to get back to me while I look at Ludin over here. I'm going to promote him as well. Oh, he only has one option, pig sticker. Okay. What's this? Did I not promote him? I thought I did already. Yeah, do that. What was my question? I'm curious what you think I should do for my stuff here. Artillery strike or robust? Either 20% chance to resist strength damage or more crit chance for my heavy hitting archer. I think I know I'm taking dodge here because I don't think this is really going to help out much. Like maybe if she gets hit a little bit, that would be nice, but I don't know. You've played more of this, you probably know more about the talents than I do. That's why I was asking. I don't think I want to pour more points into her willpower. She doesn't really need it. Could really increase his bonus crit chance too. I'd rather resist. I'd rather get him in close and just resist damage as much as possible. Crit chance for you. You would take crit chance for Nid. We're gonna put 1 point into dodge. I think I'm gonna finish her dodge tree before I take the other thing because 15% of dodge is pretty good. 10% is very nice. Eric's super cheap to promote, huh? All these tier 3 dudes just hanging out down here. Yeah, 1 in 5 chance that you'll do double damage, but that might mean you accidentally kill a character that you didn't want to kill, and that seems like something that could be pretty bad in this game. I think I'd rather just avoid damage every once in a while. Does that make sense? Every once in a while somebody's going to jump behind the lines and try to beat up on your ranger. I kill everything. Alright, Ned. We're going to give you a bonus to crit chance here. And we're going to give you a little bit of dodge. Now for Luden. I'd imagine the extra crit chance stacks with his new ability Pig Sticker. the resist damage procs enough, that could be really, really good. You know what, extra mobility might be good for him. He has pillage, a skill that causes pillage? What? That sounds insane. Trigvy's gonna be the one with more linkage. Let's give him the ability to really stick out long fights. I want Luden to be able to run around the field and not die. Somebody else can do the pig sticking. Like, what's his face? Trigby, when he's ready for it. I like the idea of making him robust, because using Impale usually gets you very close to a lot of enemies. And I like bleeding out enemies with him. Can only be activated when you have more guys on your side. That makes sense. I might put the last point into linkage to make it so he can run around the field a little bit better. Or willpower to make it so he can use more skills throughout the fight. Let's do that for now. I think I've spent enough time on this screen. I might do one training match to level up Yuzura to her next level. She could get that with one kill, and you can get those in the training matches. You don't get renowned for it. Yeah, my Let is level 6. I got Overwatch. It's pretty cool. So we're just gonna do this one to get Yuzuru ready for a fight, which I assume is inevitable. Alright, ready. Let's get that slag and burn out there. She's closer up on the rotation, so we're gonna lay into her a bit and let, hopefully, my friend over here finish her off with a slag and burn next turn. Do you have Tempest unlocked yet? It's just Tempest these three. Sure. That's pretty funny. He's just gonna run into the fire. Oh boy. What's Alet's extra skill? You haven't seen Alet's extra skill? Alright, when it gets to Alet, I'll definitely show that off to you. That's a fair request. Alright, so this isn't a let, but this is... Yeah, it's an easy kill. Let's just get this over quickly if we can. I don't really feel like keeping them around forever. If we lose the fight, it's not a big deal. But yeah, what's her face can kill off this lady with slag and burn. Promotion! Yay! Just goes right through the armor. Alright, so Alette, her skill is crazy good. It's called Overwatch, and if you've ever played anything like XCOM where you've got the Overwatch mechanic, it's exactly that. When people walk into her range, she'll fire her strength at them, and it can hit anyone that comes near her in her range. Multiple units, anyone who comes in her range over an attack. So if you're outnumbered, she's going to shoot a bunch of targets. That didn't do a lot because he's got good defense, but eh. We're going to bring Hakon back. He's going to hide over here for a minute. Another point of damage. Ouch. Ouch. I wonder if I leave right now if she still gets the promotion. Nobody else is really close to dying. Luden's up next. He'll get a kill if I just keep going here. So I'll just have him get this one really quickly, I guess. He's like low enough of a rank that it probably will come in useful. Hey, Robust came in useful there too. Alright, Luden. Let's hope that you get this one. Nice. Are any of these guys weak enough that it makes sense to keep going on them? He's practically dead. What's her face can get another a kill super quick like. I mean, I won't get actually any renown, but they'll be closer to being able to promote, so I think it's worth doing. Pretty useful stuff there. Do I really feel like trying to kill him? Not really. Let's exit this. And promote Yzura. I think we're ready to head out. Spent enough time looking at menus. Getting all ready for our adventure. So what should I put on here now? Probably linkage and maybe willpower. I mean, I could increase her crit chance, but I don't think that's going to be terribly useful. Robust might be good on her since she's got such low health. People will try and attack that pretty early on. 10% to cause puncture. 5% to avoid armor damage. I feel like exploit could be pretty good, but I don't know if that would apply to like slag and burn or anything like that. Alright, let's see. Because if I can get 4 points, I think it's 4 points for slag, or 2 points usually for slag and burn. Alright. Yeah, she's definitely... It says, a lot of people have said it breaks the game if you strip armor and then use Overwatch with a high strength Alette. It's just like, it's too easy. And I get that. That makes a lot of sense to me. I think I'd rather have this lady have the ability to really strip armor with extra linkage and 1 point more into willpower. And yeah, let's get on the road again. It's time to hit the road again. You saved me, a woman shouts from somewhere among the clansmen. You saved me when others would have let me die. You recognize the woman as the witch you cut free from the tree. White leaves will blow once more across the plains and punish those who stood in our way. You step towards her, calming the gathering crowd. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but no one is standing in our way. If you wish to leave, when the woman sees you, she smiles. Such a promising young woman, she says, making motions like stroking your hair from where she stands. Maybe you'll join us someday. For now, take the food my people have hidden in the next corpse of trees. Without another word, she walks off into the countryside alone. And we got a crazy amount of supplies there. Wow. That's nice. Morale declined. Right as we got to this. Once you cross the Ormza River, the wind ceases to cut through the humid air. The darkening sky lets loose its rain, and soon fat drops of water turn the dirt path to sucking mud, slowing the caravan. Cloaks are pulled overhead, and children and animals are wrangled near the carts. Clansmen forge some stuff. That's good. Thanks, clansmen. I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years. Prince Luden says, at least others have the sense to abandon this cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are a few signs of life around you, yet you feel like you're being watched. The bogs. The lowing of the unusually quiet yaks indicates the beasts in difficulty pulling the carts. You're up to your knees in when the scouts come to you. Found some stone markers that lead to a few paths of solid ground over there. He points while shouting over the yaks. Uneven and bumpy, but easier than this. Stone markers. Yeah, the man says. Don't look natural. Don't look like much of anything else either. Just some stones marking a path through this place is all I can figure. You would ask Trigby, but he's nowhere around. Probably gathering mushrooms. Let's see, I'm curious. The caravan changes course slowly, but you soon see the low stone markers. Some with sticks tied around them. The caravan picks up speed over the lumps of packed ground until a child screams. You rush back to see the boys being pulled out of a hole in one of the mounds you crossed. Inside you see blackened, wrapped bodies buried only inches beneath the bog. You're walking across a burial ground. Get everyone moving. There's a chance we make it out of here without anyone knowing where we are. You start urging everyone on, but feel Ruka watching you. Whoa. I didn't know we were crossing over a bunch of bodies. They're all around us, shouts Amand, near the edge of the caravan, and we're stuck in this mud. Cragsmen have encircled you? Their leader steps forth and shouts, there's no price but blood for crossing this land, the land of our dead. Shouts ring as they prepare an attack. Centric before to parlay. We're gonna fight these guys. I kind of want to talk them down and have them join my caravan, but there's probably nothing that we can do. You shout orders, and fighters and Varl form up as quickly as they can. Unfortunately, the Cragsmen move through the mud without hindrance, and some lives are lost before your army is even ready. 8 Varl? No. It looks like the force you trained is roughly the size of the enemies. This could go either way, but a victory here will protect, that's our clansman. The whole bog seems to move with the approaching Cragsmen. Eric, the warden, says, I know this sounds mad, but they're bringing battle-trained bears. If we weaken one, I can make it ours. He smiles at your confusion. Ask the governor of Strand. They're helpful in certain situations. Hakon growls. We could lose our lives. And he wants a new pet? You consider what to do. Alright, Eric, but this better be worth it. We'll need it to clear the battlefield except for one bear. Then leave the rest to me. This is crazy, but okay. The battle begins, with Eric smiling. I have seen something about that somewhere, and I was like, alright, I have to try and do this. I at least have to try. Eric, you're not in the fight, apparently? But you can be? I'm definitely going to want to level him up to max armor at least. I can promote him to rank 5. When I do that, I'll probably do all armor breaking on him, just so he can do some last minute armor break if need be. As our weakest, I want you going last. Got a bunch of rank 6 with you, so you should do okay. Give him a little bit of extra strength, something that regenerates his armor. One strength resist. Oh, Yuzura is no longer with the party. Should I bring her into this? She'll probably die. I feel like I might need Hakon in this fight. Gris and Moger would be useful too. I already spent my points on Ludin and Eagle and all of these guys. I hope, Ludin, you do your job. You're gonna have to kill some Scalds here. Might be better to bring her over Hakon. Hakon, let's have you replace Ludin. Because she's got a crazy amount of armor break, and I think this is going to work pretty well. I expect her plus Alette, that combo immediately should work out okay, and then Eagle's going to run in and try and defend them if possible. Hakon will do what he can off the side. Nid will try and follow up with some damage. And then Eric. Eric, I don't know where to put you in this. You don't have any items on you. Don't die here, Eric. We don't want you to lose Alet's bracelet. I think one of the best items in the game. I know my alarm is about to go, so I'm just going to end this episode for YouTube really quickly and start up the next one. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I've got links to my social media in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.